What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So we're talking about Courtney Ryan today. I think that's her name. Yes. And we're going to see what she has to say about 6 things women say that are red flags. Every guy needs to watch this. Now, this came out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I'm trying to mix up who I react to. And it's actually refreshing to see. I haven't seen this video, so I don't know if it's any good, but it's refreshing to see a woman. So because in order for, a guy, because a lot of the guys are starting to realize they want to listen to guys, not girls. But if she says real shit, then it's good advice, right? Which is why we're here. So I've been asked to react to Dan Bacon, Brad Browning, and some of the guys who are a little bit more controversial. But also, I do have to dig through their content and then actually, find out, because the reason why some of them want me to react to them is because they've done the coaching. And what they'll do is they'll actually make their videos look appealing and like they're going to give you good advice, and then they tell you to do 30-day no contact and then reach out. And in I think in Dan Bacon's case, this is what I've heard. I don't know if this is true. He tells you to like continuously keep messaging them to keep in contact so they don't forget about you. Okay. So I have to find those videos. So if you guys know where those videos are, please put them in the comment section or email them to me, to my email in the description box. And please title it react to this video. And then whoever the coach is, put that in the actual subject line for me. So then I'll go, okay, cool. And if there's anybody else that you want me to react to, like Steven Speaks, I like him a lot. I'm going to react to him. So I'm just going to spread out who I'm talking, like, just so you guys who are fans of mine know who is giving good information. So the reason why I really want to react to this video in particular, when I saw this here, was the red flags that guys ignore are it's common. So I really want to cover that part. I usually put up to 1.25 times the speed. So let's start.
And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, we're going to be going over 6 things women say that are red flags. So if you're talking to a girl, you meet a girl, and she says any of these things to you, consider it a warning sign. Number 1, we have princess/petulant behavior. Example, it's my birthday month. She might hold things over your head like gifts, Valentine's Day, special days, her birthday month, maybe her birthday year. It's her birthday year. The whole year is just a big celebration of her birthday. I don't know. It seems crazy, but to be honest, I've seen this happen. And what I really want to...
So have I. Actually, I've dated a girl like that before. Everything is about me and I'm special. And whenever somebody thinks that they are special all the time, you can tell that they might be leaning a little bit towards the narcissistic side of life. And you don't want to be with somebody like that, because they just, nothing is ever about, see, a relationship is about giving, right? At the end of the day, you are giving to the other person. You're giving your energy, money, time, resources, from a man's perspective, right? And some women do, I guess. So you want to make sure that the person's actually reciprocating that back to you. But if they're just taking and taking and taking, they have some sort of they have they have stuff to deal with, let's say. And you fellas are not there to save women.
Talk about for this one specifically here is, not just her being excited about her birthday. It's not just her, wanting to do something special with you on Valentine's Day. It's
Right.
holding you to incredibly high standards that are pretty much unrealistic, and then holding herself to incredibly low standards. So this princess mentality, princess behavior that I've talked about so many times on my channel already, you can really categorize this and notice it by when she says things such as, it's my birthday month, I deserve to be treated like a queen, or a bunch of other things I'm also going to cover later in the video.
Like, so what I do in my life is, like, the few days leading up to your birthday, and a couple days after, we do more special occasion stuff. So more expensive dinners, if we want to go on a dinner or two, go out to dinner, or do that a couple of times. Jesus Christ, I can't even speak today. What else? Just extra shit that you wouldn't normally do. And that's what makes it special, because you don't do it all the time. So anyway.
Yeah. And just to define it here for you so we can all understand what petulant means, this is of a person or their manner, childishly, sulky, or bad tempered. He was moody and petulant, a petulant shake of the head, aka throwing tantrums, aka acting like a child when she doesn't get what she wants. It is the end of the world if things don't go her way, and she makes sure that you know this. Number two, negative statements regarding her interpersonal relationships. Maybe she talks really badly about her mother or her friends or her other family members. Maybe she's bashing her ex. And it's not just, explaining something to you that happened that maybe wasn't the greatest. Maybe her ex cheated on her and that was not the best thing. Maybe he wasn't the greatest person. But if someone goes to incredible lengths to continue to speak badly about people and bash someone, this is normally not a good sign. And really, here, does she always have something bad or negative to say about the people in her life? We could call this unwarranted diatribes. A forceful and bitter verbal attack against someone or something. Is this the way that she talks about people in her life? Is she always attacking people, belittling them, making them feel bad, or just generally talking bad about them? You might not hear her ever say anything good about the people in her life, and I would consider that a huge red flag. Not only because it's her being constantly negative and talking down on other people, but also because what does that say about herself and the people that she chooses to surround herself with? You can say all you want negatively about the people in your life, but ultimately, a lot of the time, it is your choice who you choose to surround yourself with. So if you're consistently and constantly saying negative things about the people around you, what does that say about you?
Fire. Fire. Um, two for two so far. Like fuck, man. This is just generally good like life advice. You can apply this to everything, right? Like people want to be around other positive people. And a lot of the times when a relationship ends, it just got too negative. A lot of the times, guys, I've seen, and the reason I'm saying this to guys is because I coach guys more, a lot more. Guys will ignore all of these red flags because of how pretty a woman is. And they're like, "Ah, at least I get to fuck her." That's what they'll say. It's not worth your like when you get older, like I'm 32 now, right? The mustache definitely adds another 10 fucking years. But when you get older, one thing for me that I've realized, fellas, when you get older is you guard your peace a lot better than you did when you were younger. This means who you date, who you spend your time with as friends, right? In a friendship manner. And if you have toxic family members, you just limit, see, like your peace, unless you thrive around chaos that that is toxic, and you like it, you're not going to do this. But again, all of my friends have sort of done this in their own way. I've seen my family members do this. And again, it's just as you get older, you start to go, I don't want drama. I just want to have a good time. Some people just want to drink a beer and just chill and watch a hockey game, you know? So again, it just comes back to like, is the girl you're dating just hating life, right? And in order for you to have a peaceful existence, the people you surround yourself have to be decent people. And that's exactly what she's saying here. So it's
And
good
looking at
stuff.
this even bigger picture here, this could be a little window into what she will say about you down the road. If she seems to hold grudges with everyone in her life, including you, maybe she won't let you live down small indiscretions. Maybe you and the people in her life are being held to these grandiose, unrealistic standards. This is a big red flag, especially because people like this normally hold everyone else to incredibly high standards and then themselves to very low ones. Does this girl expect everyone to be perfect and treat her like a princess, as I mentioned in the last point? So, just to wrap this one up, negative statements that happen continuously about the people in her life are a sign that she's going to be talking negatively about you as well, and says a lot more about her than you would maybe think by her just saying some mean things about people. And even here, you could also include her saying negative things about people that she doesn't know. Is she constantly talking bad about people online, or she saw a photo of someone and is always talking about how bad they look, or just really being a mean girl? This is not someone that you would want to be with. Number three, we've got the mind reader talk. And this sounds something like, I
Bro, every man watching this knows this shit,
shouldn't have to tell you, you should just
knows about this shit.
be with. Number three, we've got the mind reader talk. And this sounds something like, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know that. Or I shouldn't have to ask you to buy me flowers, you should just buy them for me. Asking for flowers or telling your partner what you want or need from them does not make it any less special, and I wish more people would realize this. If anything, it's more special because they genuinely listened to you and you were able to effectively communicate your wants and your needs, which you should be able to do in a healthy, mature relationship. Nobody is a mind reader, and the girl that you're with should not expect you to be one either. Another red flag thing she might say here is, it's fine or I'm fine, when in reality, it's not. I know this is like a funny thing that people joke about, and people say it's womanese or what women say versus what they really mean, but this is a red flag when someone cannot effectively and in a mature way, communicate to you what they want and what they need from you. Again, this is a crucial element and key component of any healthy, happy, mature relationship. Number 4, she calls herself crazy. Believe it when she
Bro, I've been there and I wish I listened. Saw a girl that said that shit. I'm just a crazy bitch. And I was like, you know, and I was just taken aback. Fuck. I was taken aback by her looks. Sorry about my lack of English skills today. I was taken aback by her looks. She was so hot. And this is the thing about us guys is we get fucking memorized by beauty. And this is that's why these videos are important. Because guys too often again ignore these red flags and get themselves into a situation you can't come out of. You can't take back a baby. You know what I mean? And it's not the baby itself, right? Because I'm sure that, you know, most fathers like, I love the baby, I love the kid, but you can't get away from the woman that delivered that baby. So, you know, and there's that whole don't put your dick in crazy, right? But you just, if I could have been in this situation and had a baby with a girl who is literally insane. Imagine having a baby with somebody who's got borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder, an Amber Heard, right? You don't want to be with anybody like that. They don't care about you. They care about what they can get from you, your attention, right? And they'll do whatever they can to get it. So stay away from this shit, boys. I again, this is what 4 for 4 now. So I've been there. Okay. And there I've coached guys that are like, man, I wish that I didn't go out with this bitch because she is actually crazy. And you know, you just have to believe them.
happy, mature relationship. Number 4, she calls herself crazy. Believe it when she says it and get the heck out of there. Crazy isn't cute. I'm sorry. Some girls genuinely wear their crazy and their insecurities like a badge of honor, and I think it's really sad. Even more than sad, it's a bit concerning. She might say something like, "Oh, yeah, I stalked your location on Snapchat to make sure that you were at home like you said you were."
Let's talk about that real quick. You guys, sorry about that. Fuck. I don't know why the younger generation think this is okay. This is something that's a bit of a phenomenon. But you guys are like, yo, I like when I coach the guys who are like between, you know, like 19 and like 23 right now. They're like, yeah, I gave her my location and made sure that everything was. If a girl or guy, for any ladies that are watching this, like the 8% of you, if you are, if your partner is demanding your location, they need help. They have trust issues and they probably see other people behaving this way so that they'll just be like, yeah, I want your location. I need to know where you're at. That is not healthy. That is not a good thing. And I've seen this myself in my coaching sessions. And I'm like, bro, that mistake number 1 was going out with somebody who demands your location, bro. What?
I'm crazy, you know that. Again, just breaking this one down here, I have seen so many girls post on TikTok about all this crazy stuff that they've done. And I think we've all experienced a level of insecurity at some point. Even I have felt insecure in past relationships and done things that, quite frankly, I'm not proud of, but I would never go online and brag about them or, again, wear it like a badge of honor.
That's what my other channel is about, fellas, is exposing that shit and telling you guys to stay away from it. If you're interested in that, email me.
I think when people do these crazy things, it's because they are feeling some level of insecurity, whether that be within themselves or within the relationship that you're in. So, if that's something that she's going on within herself, that's something that she needs to work on and get herself to a confident, secure place where she can flourish in a relationship with you. And if it's insecurity within your relationship, number 1, have you done anything to cause it? Number 2, if you haven't done something to cause it, that's an issue that needs to be addressed that shouldn't continue, or you're always going to have this, distrust and worry within your relationship that just doesn't need to be there. And again, there are so many different things she could technically say here that would give it away. If you want some more examples, you can definitely just go to TikTok and type in like crazy girl or crazy, and you'll get so many videos pop up of girls talking about how they keyed someone's car.
Yep. Again, guys, this comes back to ag flap cap: apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, and pride. Right? Whenever you're trying to keep someone's location or you have insecurity issues and whatever, you're fearful, right? You're dealing with fear, some apathy, whatever. Um, um, so, and then cap is the other side, which is the good side: courage, acceptance, and peace. And these are just states of being. And you want to make sure that you're going to fluctuate between all of them throughout the course of your life. And a lot of people choose to stay stuck in fearful places and with people who are fearful. So this is why these videos are also important too, is you have to analyze who you're spending your time around, and are they serving you? It's not that they have to be serving you in order for them to be there, but are they causing you grief? Because if they are, they need to leave. They need to get out. Or you need to really restrict the time that you spend around them. And that's what happens with family, right? Because you don't want to abandon your family. Okay, cool. Restrict restrict the time you spend with them.
Or they threw their stuff off a balcony, or they did all of this crazy stuff that, quite frankly, is just not something you should be bragging about. Number 5 is not necessarily something she says, but more so something she does. So this one is talking over you or interrupting, or trying to complete your sentences for you. This one can be for a lot of different reasons, but some of the most common ones that I see are a need for control, a need to prove something. Maybe she's a know-it-all, maybe she has an ego problem and just constantly feels like she needs to compete with you or one-up you. Regardless of the reason, it's typically not a good one. I do think, however, sometimes people interrupt because or maybe they're really excited about something. So be able to kind of read your situation and understand what's happening there. But I do think it's very easy to tell when this is because she's trying to prove something to you or act like she's better than you, or trying to make everything a competition. So I actually just did a video about signs that a girl is toxic. And one of the points that I mentioned was achievement becomes competitive or something along those lines. And this is something that I see happen a lot when that achievement becomes a competitive thing within your relationship. She can't support you. She can't be happy for you. She doesn't encourage you because she feels like you're doing better than her. So again, be able to kind of look at your situation and when this is happening. And if it's something you think is a bit innocent, I think you should just be able to have an open conversation about it. Like, hey, it kind of bothers me when you always interrupt what I say. Just try to be mindful of it going forward. Or maybe you don't even realize that you do it, but I just wanted to let you know that it's something that bothers me. You should be able to have an open and honest conversation like that with the person that you're dating or seeing. So if she responds negatively to that, red flag.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? I've been in a situation before. I've actually received that from somebody because I used to do that, and I didn't even know it was hurting their feelings. It made them feel invalidated. And it took me a long time to actually get out of that habit because I didn't realize I was doing it. So I must have been doing it to people. Now, with my boys and stuff, it's one thing, but with a girl, and it bothered her. And I've actually been on the receiving end as well. So um, the point is, you should be able to tell someone that you are feeling a certain way and can be, in that communication, and them be able to receive that and go, okay, cool, and not get offended. A lot of people get offended when they're doing something wrong in a relationship instead of just going, okay, cool, that bothers you. Okay, let me, and or what'll happen is you bring up something about them that bothers you, and they'll say, oh, what about when you do this? And then now they're being defensive, and then they're deflecting, and then it turns into a whole thing. Relationships are they have key foundations: trust, communication, compromise. What else? There's a couple other ones, right? Boundaries. If you have to be able to voice your boundaries to a person, and they need to be able to respect that. And that's something that I had to learn in my 20s, my mid to late 20s, with the current woman that I'm still with, was respecting boundaries and accepting that there are certain things that people just don't like. And instead of me trying to convince them to like it, you just stop doing it. If you want your relationship to be successful, that is. So you really have to, be mindful of your own actions too, because I've done that before as well. And as a coach, I've done that before too. Right. So, you have to be just more aware.
It could also be just a lack of respect, or she doesn't care what you're saying. So that's also not a good one. And my last one here, the most obvious, the most self explanatory that I don't even feel like I need to explain to all of you is I hate men, or all men are trash. The alpha warning signs of the warning signs. I could go on and on here about statements I see that fall into this I hate men category or men are the worst category. But good luck with a girl like this. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, that is all I have for 6 things that women say that are red flags. Let me know down in the comments below some things that you've heard women say that you think are red flags. I would love to hear what all of you guys think down below. And please feel free to always share your experiences and help some other guys out. I'm sure there are some that I missed. I wanted to make this a short and sweet video, but let me know down in the comments what your experience has been. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Cool. So it was a good video. I already liked it. Now, I don't have any more red flags to really add at the moment. But uh, in order, again, when you guys think about it, a relationship is just about mutual respect and giving to each other. And when you guys are going through the dating process, especially when you're coming out of a relationship, like, so many people who come to me are coming to me for a breakup reason, right? And the breakup stuff is one thing, because you're trying to get your ex back, or you're trying to get the attention of your ex or whatever. But it's a lot harder for people to go back out into the dating world and not and know these things, because they haven't been exposed to, you know, certain like dating advice, because they've been in a relationship for so long. If I was to point anybody that's going into a new relationship going forward, it would definitely be watching out for women who are like this. Okay. Men too, of course, in their own way, but women need to, you know, like, sorry, men need to know this about women, especially the last point. Men are trash, that whole shit. If you find out that, say you see her social media and it's full of that kind of stuff, just ghost. You know what I mean? You can respectfully say, I don't want to date you anymore, but dude, like, you can tell see, when people talk like that, they're hurt, right? And then they join other people who are also hurt, and then they create this echo chamber of pain. And anytime people do that, you're not trying to actually learn from what you went through. Sometimes you get burned by people and you just got to move the fuck on. Okay. But some people are identified with their pain, which is fucked up, and they don't even know it. And when you try to get them to see it, they're blind, because they're like, well, it's what makes them feel alive. It makes them feel good. Not even good. That's probably the wrong word. I'm sorry. The wrong thing to say. It doesn't make them feel good, but it makes them feel good to know that there are other people who feel like they do. I remember feeling that way growing up in my own mind, in my own way. I won't go into it, but anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Like and subscribe. Coaching's down below. Like her stuff, and it'll all be in the description. The original video will be in the description box, so you can go over here and check it out.